Next up, it's my privilege to introduce Fatima.
All the lights in the library will shut off at 10:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. Or maybe it will be on a Monday. Days all seem the same this time of year, but either way, you'll watch as everyone crawls into the cave spaces of their minds, bent over keyboards like a last meal, like an early morning, like retirement is today and not tomorrow. Voices will raise above the fog of deadlines and offset depression and call for their turn of light. You resent this. You want to linger in this darkness for as long as you are still breathing. This is the first time in a long time you've ever felt alone and been okay with that. When you're in the bathroom at 11:45 p.m., you'll realize students still write things in college. They'll scribble little Martian men and hearts into upgraded, glorified desks. They'll write on bathroom stalls. Remember to smile today, nothing negative. No one ever wants to face a wall of collective pain. You'll read pretentious lines in Latin and I love you in French, you hate French, and you'll wonder when was the last time you ever were really happy. In the Learning Commons, you'll be eaten by a plush orange chair, its mouth agape as it takes all of you in. You realize it's the only one who knows you're here, who knows what the weight of your presence feels like, so you don't feel bad for listening in on the too loud conversation when in the hour between light and dark, the two boys sitting behind you say, "School always gets worse the second Halloween is over," because you also pretend ghosts in schools scare you more than merciless debt and loneliness. After Halloween, you have yourself to fear, in the shallow hope that by New Year's, you'll look more like your mother and everything will start making sense again. At 1:30 a.m., God will come. He'll say some bullshit about righteousness and finding the light, but with the way his body takes up the seat next to you and the condescending tone in his voice, you'll wonder, with all his masculinity, if he's ever felt alone. If all the space he takes up is truly holy, if a furrowed brow is hard to maintain, is it hard to act like you care, God? How long does it take to remember my name on your tongue? Do you always pretend to understand, pretend that you know, pretending heals even the smallest parts of me? You can't stare because this pristine white being makes you uneasy. Someone should never be blessed not to feel what it's like to be dirty. It's so dark, you wonder how he even found you in the first place. With the time change, it just gets darker out, and looking at your watch seems a little silly when you don't plan on staying long. You hope God leaves soon because you're not sure how much longer you can pretend you care that he's here, or if he does stay, you hope you can ask a real question. God, what do you call the feeling of not wanting to exist but not wanting to die? You remember reading somewhere that Benjamin Franklin once said, most people die at 25 and aren't buried until they're 75. You hate Benjamin Franklin. It's 2:21 a.m. and you're still waiting for your ride outside the library. It's cold and you decide to walk home. The old man on the bike beside you sings, "Am I crazy for feeling so lonely?" You know you've heard it somewhere before, but tonight, this morning, it sounds like missed calls in 1,500 miles of distance. You'll whisper, "I cry a lot and I don't know why." And you hope nobody's listening, but also you wish everyone was, and then the universe would prop up on its elbow and with a finger, trace the outline of your cheek, almost as if it's saying softly, "Honey, I hear you." Please welcome Misty Lucy.